In chapter 3, we will see the bindings. We will divide this chapter into two parts. In the first part, we will see input binding with text and number and range. So let's start. So assume you have a scenario like this. So let's start the practical. So what I'll do is, in the last session, we have created this setup and already shown you how you got this. So if you have not seen, please go and watch the previous video. If you watch all the videos, you will get everything. So I will delete app.svelte file here. And as you know, I already told you how to create a structure. So you have to create the script, and inside script let f name equal to Ajay. Okay, now here what I will do is I'll show you something I have already shown you like how to access this variable in my first chapter. So here I will say h2 tag personal details are, again you have to see this on curly brace. You have to access the value of the variable using the curly brace. So you will see this personal details are Ajay now coming over here. Okay, now what I want this value to be inputted using the input tag. Let's say I use the input tag now I am taking this value from the input box. Okay, so how what is the problem actually here? So I am taking value here. See, this is the value I am taking dynamically. So how to set this? Correct. So here I have to set a value equal to f name. Okay, now what is happening is the value, whatever value is there, it's coming. Now suppose if I'm changing here, so you don't see any changes applied on the DOM. Okay, so what is the way to get it? So the probably the first way you can do is you can add some event listener on this here. You will say on input, and you will apply some you will say event. This I am using arrow function. If, as already told you, this there is a requirement of JavaScript to learn the Svelte series. So here what I will do is I will say f name equal to e dot target dot value. Dot value. I think type is wrong. Type equal to text. Okay, again okay, now see what is happening is when I change any value, so it is directly coming. So this is the first way you can do this. So I will uncomment this. Now what is the second way you can do the same functionality? Again I will take the same input, type text, value equals to f name. Okay, so now what is the second way you can do this same functionality? You will say on input equal to, you will let's say set input. I am writing one function, so I will say function set input, and I will put some ID on this. ID equals to, let's say, I will say name. Okay, now what I'll do is I will simply say fname equals to, again I will use here what you can say is the JavaScript. I will say document dot get element by ID, that is name, and I will take the value. Now just to show you this, how this is working, key clicked. Okay, if I open console log, okay, now if I do, I think that address is gone. So this is my server running. Now if I say, you will see this on the here. If I click something, that is because I have set this on input event handler, and I am passing this to function, and I have written this here. Now what this line is doing, this line is again taking the value, let's say, so I'm printing Ajay. Now you will see this Ajay is coming. So this is what the two ways you can achieve the functionality. Now what is the Svelte way, like what Svelte is offering here? Okay, so through Svelte you can use the let me open the console localhost again. It's okay. Now again back. So how you can do this with the help of Svelte? So you have to say simply here, I will copy this, duplicate this, I'll remove this, remove everything. I will say bind. So bind word you have to use. Now if you see, I will again comment this. Now if you see, the same effect I am getting. So by binding the value, you will get the same effect. So what has happened so far now? So this extra bylaw code we have to avoid. So as I already told you in the chapter 1, with Svelte you can write less code. So with the single bind word, you have seen this, I have avoided this code or this code. So now let's see. So this we have seen for the text. Now let's see for the input. We will see for you can say what is an for number. Okay, now let's say I have this as a number. I will set this a mean value equal to 0, max value equal to, let's say 10. Okay, and I will say the value, put the value in some variable. Let's say variable is my num. Okay, and I will create here variable let my num equal to assign some initial value of, let's say, 5. Okay, now you can see this range, this number I have created. Okay, so if I go this max of 10 I am getting, correct. I will comment this not required. So you can see this now very well. So initial value of the number is 5, so you will see the initial value. Now how I want to see the effect, so I have to simply, now there is a variable, so if I say, if I print that variable, let's say I use h4 tag here, and I use the variable that is my name. Okay, now what is happening is this my name, sorry, my num. Now what is happening is you will see the same variable, but if I change here, it is not changing there. So again, you have to use the keyword that is called as bind to bind the value. Now if you see, now see this effect is coming. So this is how you can bind the number in an input tag by using the bind key. Okay, so next example we will see about this. I will comment, I will say now range. Okay, we'll use the range now. I will comment this also, this is not required. We'll say input type of range. Again, I will set here max equal to 0, mean equal to 0, max equal to 10, value equal to curly brace my num. Okay, now you see this, there is a sorry, this is range. Okay, and I am printing this value on this h2 tag, let's say h2 or h3 my num. Okay, now you see this initial value of 5 here, so this 5 is coming. If I increase or decrease, see there is no effect on this, so simply I have to say bind and colon. Now you will see the effect on the DOM. So friends, this is how you can do the binding with the input element, text, and range and number. So I hope you got this chapter very well, and I'm hoping that you will share this video with your friends. Please like and subscribe. See you in the next chapter.